lights are humming, and we're getting set for another terrific college football matchup. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the FIU Panthers offense will come out first. And David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
He tries to take the top off. Got it in stride inside the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to throw, it's Proctor. Turning it on. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Panthers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Panthers.
They did a really good job of setting the tone and stringing that drive together. It was a long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Missouri State's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not clean. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Bears want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Proctor. Makes the catch. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida International.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So here comes the Missouri State offense. To say this has been a there he goes! And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, and he drops it on the crossing route on 1st down. He knew that defense was bearing down on him. It'll be 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. He breaks a tackle. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They
throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And a really nice job understanding. I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by a field goal over Georgia State. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Grab behind the line. It's Baker. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
Offense is now set up in the red zone.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Galladay. Trying to ball his way in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Now, I like this this offense, they didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient, they stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Stewart. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Stewart. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The short hands, it's Baker. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So here comes the Bear offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Bears in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's Galladay. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. And the Bears send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Back to pass on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Makes a connection. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At midfield, he's got room. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The Panthers are on the move.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. And the Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They want to run this quarterback. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run. They stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And with that, they've taken the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
The Bears want to crank the tempo. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Proctor. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Missouri State. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Memphis has opened up its largest lead of the game in what's shaping up to be one of the more one-sided affairs of the weekend. They're up by 21 over Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. Bulldozes his way through. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Looking to throw on first down. A strike downfield. All out of space. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, FIU.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Galladay. Gets it out quickly. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
And that's another first down.
To the air on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Backed up now. Here's second and long.
It leads to second down.
Just keep slinging it. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They're working that left side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to throw. It's Galladay. Here comes the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab on the left. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Absolutely perfect. And we are all tied up here in the second.
How big was that? Kicking the field goal to tie the game going into halftime, and you just sent a message to your opponent. There's a lot of ball left. We've got a lot of juice left in the tank. This game could go any way here in this last half.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Missouri State offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Looking to throw, it's Galladay. And that's incomplete, a defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground, fourth down coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. And now they take the lead.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Caught behind the line. It's Baker. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. Looking to throw on first down. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Stewart. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Works the middle of the field. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. How aggressive might this play call be on third and short from the 46? Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rousseau across the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. FIU pushing tempo.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Panthers! They take the lead with the 6.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Back to throw, it's Galladay. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Panthers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll run the sneak for it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Caught in the backfield, it's Baker. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Touchdown, Panthers. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
This drive will open from the 15. To the air, it's Galladay. He's got the back in the middle. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Spits it out to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Plows through the defense. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking for a man. It's Galladay. Throws to the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Never a doubt. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football.
Looking to throw on 1st down.
It's a close one.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Working that left side. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Gives it on the option. Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. To the ground. He's got it again. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. And now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
So here comes the Bear offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Dropping back, it's Galladay. It's complete on the right side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Touchdown, FIU! And the pummeling has started. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Joyner. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Bears want to pick up the tempo.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Dropping back, it's Galladay. Hauls it in.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
It's complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the back. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down and getting down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Poe. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. And the Bears didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Snagged in the middle. It's Davis. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game, it would take a...
And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Well, this was an offensive